Hello there, and welcome to Hammerman for today, December the 11th. Wow. Again, as always, stages 1 through, like, whatever, no bigs. No real crazy things going. Actually, wait, maybe 4 or 5 gets a little crazy. But 1 through 3, nice and calm, and everything is cool. Other stages, maybe not so much. So, stage 1, go with your standard setup, however you get through it. Hopefully you can get through it, because if you can't get through stage 1, I don't know if there's really much that I can do to help. Actually, by the time you unlock this event, it should be almost impossible for you not to be able to do stage 1. Unless, of course, maybe, like, you went so fully offense that you have no defenses at all. Which, there are people out there that have had it happen, and I think, like, you can get to, like, level 53 with 1 sniper tower and a hug or something. I don't know. But if that is the case, you're probably not watching this video to figure out how to get through extra levels of Hammerman. Because, well, you're never gonna make it through any levels of Hammerman. I don't know. Anyways, so stage number 2, pretty straightforward. Keep some of your machine guns and, mortars, your general AoE damage down on the south end. As you can see, that's where the vast majority of the Riflemen hit. And then keep your cannons, your boom cannons, up at the top end of the beach, and your sniper towers right in the middle. And eventually, hopefully, everything should work out. Hopefully. If not, then, you know, rearrange as needed. Especially if you get artilleried or barraged right in the middle of your buildings. Moving on, stage 3. Stage 3 is the Rifle Zooka extravaganza. Luckily, the Zookas get dropped first, so if you're, you know, really low level, you're having problems getting through this craziness, just load up your minefield in the middle there as much as possible, and make sure that your rocket launchers have range, because the Zookas will hit first, and your mines can just fry those Zookas. You might have to double them up, or triple them up, to give them enough oomph to actually get through a Zooka, but if you've got to do that, just do it. Just make those Zookas die. As long as they go down, the rest of this level is surprisingly easy. Surprisingly, I guess, if you're a higher level. Anyways, moving on. Stage 4, the mandatory Grens stage. Actually, I guess there were a lot of Grens stages this time through, so... also, just because the timer is still ticking, 2 weeks. We are just 2 weeks away. I hope you're done your shopping. I know I haven't even started because I don't have to do any shopping. I mean, yes. No, all the shopping is down, and that's very exciting because things get crazy. You know, like, really, Hammerman is kind of a metaphor. You know, picture the hordes of troops pouring onto the beaches, the people pouring into the mall, and the defenses being the people who are already in the mall. And, you know, parking lot rage videos ensue. It's just the way that it is, and God bless America for making it happen. Or Russia. I guess Russia has a lot of, like, crazy road rage things. Honestly, this is my spare time. I'm sitting and watching YouTube and watching, you know, road rage videos and car accident videos and near misses. And they are so entertaining. Alright, anyways, moving on. Stage 5. This is where things actually started to kind of get a little bit on the crazy pants side of things. So once again, fortunately, the Zookas are landed first, so they're the front line. Once again, same deal. Plant your mines over in front of them so that your mines will take out as many as possible before they actually, like, dig in and start doing some damage to some of the other buildings. Sorry, we're dog sitting, so the dogginess is double time. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up, because they just smashed the whole desk. Now, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're doing a video. I completely forgot. So, that first wave, if you can take out all of the Zookas, this attack will be infinitely easier. After that, like, yes, you've got a bunch of heavies to deal with, but your machine guns and flamethrowers and cannons and boom cannons and all the things will hopefully slowly melt their way through those heavies, and eventually then you're just going to have the Riflemen. However, if the Zookas are standing in behind and they are doing full-fledged damage, this level would be incredibly tough. So make sure you got range on the beach, you're taking out those crazy pants as fast as possible, and everything will be good. Actually, surprisingly similar strategy with Stage 6. So, as you can see, I switched up to my anti-Gren base. Not necessarily because I wanted to go anti-Gren, because, well, there's no Grens. It's just a buttload of Riflemen and a handful of medics in behind doing bad things. So the reason I set my base up like this is because I wanted that initial jump on those medics, because they run out before any of the Riflemen. So by getting my by getting my sniper towers and my boom cannons and my shock launchers and rocket launchers, everything up there, I can whack the medics and do a significant amount of damage to the medics before anything can get in front of them. Ultimately, like, perfect world, your ultimate goal is to actually kill all those freaking medics before the Riflemen get down. If you're like me and you're unlucky and you can only get half of them, that's fine. At least you got half of them, because at least half of them have to die or you're gonna have no chance. Like, the Riflemen, once they get a full set of medics in behind them, are just a regenerating wall of pain. They will mow through everything. Now, as you can see back there, the shock blaster is kind of coming into effect because, well, some of the Riflemen went over in that general direction, but I still got some pretty decent defenses, and I've got all the mines, so even if you don't have that shock blaster, that's kind of hanging around from last week on the defense I did last week. But if it's not there, if you've got your little minefield like I do, or even if you move the HQ closer over towards the remaining 4 defenses there, you can take out whatever remains of troops. As you can see, I eventually end up just with a bunch of medics who, like, I don't know. Come on. They're medics. They're not going to do anything. Oh, hi. Thank you. Oh, it's very sweet. Yes, I love it. Okay. Let's go this way with it. Fire in the hole. I've been learning from the Grens. I don't have the mustache, but I have the accuracy. Anyways, stay... Oh, excuse me. And apparently I hang out with Scorchers, so it all makes sense. Stage 7, I had problems with Stage 7. It was nasty for me. As you can see, I really tooled with my layout. Ultimately, what I wanted to do was guide everything around the left-hand side and keep my core in the middle there unattacked. And as you can see, for this level, I did have to use the shock blaster, the damage amp, and I even actually had to drop down next week's damage amp. Now, I could have gone and dropped the Hot Pocket, and I'm sure with the Hot Pocket over on the left-hand, or right-hand side, left-hand side, right-hand stage, right-hand, whatever. If I put a Hot Pocket over where the Shock Blaster is, good things would have happened. It would have been able to destroy many, many troops, but Fire in the hole! It squeaked that time. It would have fried all the troops and everything would have been great. However, I didn't really want to put down the Hot Pocket, so instead I went with another damage amp, stage 2 or level 2 or whatever you want to call it, and that was just enough to give my rocket launchers the extra pickup they needed to take down all of the remaining troops. As you can see, they kind of slowly linger over, and that's exactly what they're supposed to do with this kind of a setup. The whole idea is that, you know, those buildings keep them tracking around the outside, so they don't attack your remaining defenses that are in the middle that are slowly wearing them down. It would have been nice if, you know, the tank had died and the wearing down would have been a little bit quicker, but hey, I'm not going to be picky. A win is a win. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And above all else, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.